I was writing this whole time, and that's another thing that I spiraled into. I was like, what am I doing? Like, I wrote this movie, like a 120-page movie. I'm writing a second movie right now, and it's I need to do the work in getting it out there.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like, man, I have all these followers on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
That has to mean something, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just expecting people to come to me about it, you know. That should be enough, but then it goes back to nobody owes you anything.
Yeah.
And so right now, after that whole talk with Ioane, rebranding myself, that's like been the main focus, is just trying to push out movies, writing movies.
Dang,
So that's
cool.
where I am right now. I'll push out content every now and
Yeah.
then, but it's not like how it used to be, you know.
Yeah. Can you share your movie with us? Or-
Yeah, I got 2 feature films.
Yeah.
They're all spec scripts. Like,
yeah, and you got your script right over there. Right?
yeah, that's that's the first time I printed it. That's the first thing that.
Can I grab it?
Yeah,
Can I,
go-
okay,
yeah.
let me go grab it real quick.
I have.
I think it's super cool how you made it.
Yeah,
Right there, I got it. Go for broke. Here.
yeah, that's the
Maybe you
one.
can hold it up to the camera.
There you go.
Yeah. And then this is it's in memory of Tautua Reed.
Tautua Reed. Yeah,
Oh, that's the kind dad. Yeah. Tanoai
Tanoe's nephew.
nephew. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Tautua, because the guy. Sorry, I gotta bring this mic towards me. And then I just met Tautua. The Common
The
King
brother,
manager, right?
Yeah.
So that's the uncle.
So Tautua was married to my wife's cousin,
Oh, okay.
and then he had passed away, and it was by suicide.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
And that was such a. I knew him. We weren't like the best of friends or anything, but my wife's family has like really strong ties with him, and then, just, man, I think one day I was just. That's another thing, man. Just found out yesterday, like, another one of my friends over in Utah passed away. I don't know what it's from, but I think.
Sorry.
I won't speak on that, but for Tautua, man, it's such a loving father. And I was at a point where I was like not wanting to write this at all. Like, I just kept hitting walls, and I don't know, one day it just like hit me, like, after he had passed, and I'm not trying to use his death as like, oh, this is because of, you know, it just came all together for me, and I just really wanted to push that out, because, man, he was such a good father, like a good dad to his children. And that's what the story's about, is truly, like, underneath it all, it's a sports comedy, but underneath it all, it's about a story about father and his child, and his son. Yeah.
So I can see it kind of like you watch Ted Lasso?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like sports comedy, but they have these moments that are so captivating and just grab at your heartstrings, and you almost want to cry, laugh, like all these emotions come at you. So is that kind of the theme of it,
the
like
premise,
the vibes?
Yeah. So it combines the culture of Polynesia and then the culture of football, American football.
Nice. Which is kind of entwined together, even though it's more of like a rugby is the main sport.
Yeah.
And then
so it just combines those two. It's the main character was a former all-star football player at a college. Had to come back to take care of his family, and then there's open tryouts for Hawaii's first NFL team. And so that it's kind of like a mixture between the Mighty Ducks and the Replacements.
Nice.
Just but Polynesian, you know.
I love it. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
So right now you have to get this picked up. Is that what's going on?
Yeah.
Is that how
So
it works?
it's spec script, speculative. What else? And like my dream is to get it to $7 Productions.
Okay. Oh, you got like pictures and everything in
Yeah,
here.
bro, I went all out.
What
you
is
know?
this called? Without
So
emoting?
it's a pitch deck.
Pitch deck.
Yeah.
Go for it, bro.
Yeah. That's the working title, and it would be, yeah, my goal is to pitch it to $7 because, I mean, everything that $7 represents, especially with Dwayne Johnson, is for, if you think of Polynesian football, the first person you think of is Dwayne Johnson,
Yeah.
you know? So it just hits the nail on the head for me.
Yeah.
Dwayne Johnson being the head coach of the team that gathers all these Polynesian misfits from the tryouts and stuff like that. So yeah, that's, I mean, without going too much into it, that's what it's all about. And I've had like the opportunity to speak to so many people about it and to sculpt it and to like dwindle it down. I think this whole thing is like right here came out to 146 pages.
Yeah.
That's way long. And so I shortened it down to, I think, 118 pages.
Okay.
After speaking to, I had the opportunity to speak to Pa'a, which is Jason Momoa's writer. And, man, he just hit the nail on the head with me and just told me straight up. He, like, because it took me forever to write this. And then I finally found it in me through, like, Tatua in his life to like finish it, you know. And then Paul was like, why did it take you so long? And I was like making all these excuses, and he basically told me, he was like, nobody cares why it took so long for you to, like, you gotta get it done, you know. And so, and then he talked about like fourth dimensional thinking, which is basically like, what is the life that you're trying to live, and just like basically live it. So what is it that you're trying to be? I'm trying to be a writer. Look at the way that writers are living their life and copy that and just live the way a writer would, you know. And that goes for anything. Like, what are you trying to, you're trying to be an actor, you're trying to be like a gym enthusiast. Look at somebody who's already doing it, copy that lifestyle, and then act like you are that in that lifestyle. If Dwayne Johnson's waking up at 3 a.m. to work out, you should be waking up, you know, that whole, anyways, he just like mind blowing, you know, because I would say the way I'm going about this is very, what is it? Not
conventional, unorthodox.
Because I feel like I'm kind of skipping the line. There's, but then again, like you watch these YouTube videos of other writers, and nobody's saying like, this is the equation on how it's done. People are saying, I got lucky, and then you just sit there and you're like, what?
I want to get lucky.
Yeah, exactly. Or somebody's like, I knew somebody in the thing and they sent it to the thing.
Yeah.
Or I just randomly sent it out to someone, or they went on the Blacklist, which is like a hub for like screenplays and stuff like that, which I did put it on the Blacklist and got a 7 out of 10 the first time. And an 8 out of 10 is like supposed to be really good.
Wow.
So like, and then I was like, I'm not going to, because you have to spend money to get it reviewed and looked at. And I was like, I'm good with 7 out of 10.
Yeah. The idea sounds so cool, and I was looking inside here, and you have some people in mind to play certain characters. I mean, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson would be crazy. I mean, he owns the XFL, so I mean, it makes
If you
a
look
lot
at
of sense.
the last page towards the ending, it's like they have such good ties with the NFL.
Yeah.
And with the resources in his back pocket of the XFL.
Even if
stadiums,
could,
pads, and all that stuff, you know.
If you could get some of the Polynesian NFL players to
straight up
play John Ursula.
There's I have
Braden Fehoko.
Oh my gosh, Braden, and I went to church with him. He was like, so I have Max Holloway and Yancy Medeiros written into it. Just a small scene.
Oh, just like a guest appearance.
Guest appearance. I have hopefully Jason Momoa and Keanu Reeves. Yeah. Like if they can get, this is all like, again,
what about Rob Schneider?
Oh
saying,
my
like,
gosh, reprising his role.
Yeah, the group hug in the shower tonight.
Oh my gosh, you can do it.
Yeah.
Brian, it would be amazing. And again, I'm doing it a different way than most are. But man, I've reached out to I feel bad because local style, it's like you don't want to ask anybody.
Yeah.
I reached out to Tanawai and I reached out to the Comic Kings because I know they have connections and stuff like that. But then again, nobody owes me anything.
Yeah.
And I understand that. So if there is like a second guess or anything like, or no response, I'm perfectly fine with it, you know. But I'm just trying to go through the connection line and see if
Connections. Work through the connections. Stronger.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. Well, I mean, I wish you the best. That sounds so cool. I want to see that movie.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of, you posted it, I think, about all the Polynesian things coming up.
Yep.
The representation, the film with Taika Waititi, and a bunch. You and are you in it, or just a couple of your friends, right?
Some of the guys in the group, the content creating group, are in it. I'm like background.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So hopefully I make it.
Yeah.
We'll see.
But and all of that, and then the whole thing with Iam and like so many cool things happening right now. The live action Moana, Lilo and Stitch coming out. It's a great time to be Polynesian, Pacific Islander.
When did the Reckoning
Hawaii.
just popped off? Like,
Who is?
is it when did the Reckoning?
Oh yeah, that's going around too. Yeah,
it's going around.
Yeah,
it's killing it. So
I've seen that. It's a good movie.
More than, and then Iam Tong, he just. I mean, at the time when I posted that, he was competing and he was doing really well.
Yeah.
And then he just won it. So it's just like even more so, the floodgates are about to open for Polynesia, you know?
For sure.
So I feel like hopefully this right here is like something that they can.
It's the golden ticket, hopefully.
I hope so.
Yeah.
This one is like.
Say it right now, and then maybe we can look back at this interview and,
hopefully
reference it.
Hey, you, Kulani, future you. Hey, good job, buddy. Man, I'm going to be watching this like under a bridge. Like
Cooking on a hot plate.
Cooking on a hot plate, clipping my toenails.
Yeah.
It's like, I never.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's not going to happen.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. Just jokes. It's gonna happen. And, I'm going to support you in any way that you can. That sounds so awesome.
Brother, yeah.
If I was more Polynesian looking, I would definitely try to audition for the role of linebacker.
You definitely be in there, my guy. Like, yeah.
No, if I'm not gonna be casted as a linebacker or defensive lineman, then I don't want to be in it. All sizes mattered for linebacker and defensive lineman, all right?
Oh man,
they never let me play that position.
Wow.
I don't know why.
Sizist.
Sizes, yeah.
Wow, look at these guys.